What was that? The one time. It's first and goal. It's first and goal. Is it going to happen? Is it seriously going to happen? The one time I picked them to win, 49-7. The one time. Oh my God. How far are they going to drop if they lose this game? Georgia University. This Clemson game is a freaking field goal fest. I have the over in it. It's not looking good. Texas. Impressive. Second and goal, Georgia. This is SEC Network, by the way, guys. Missouri. Crazy. Third and goal. Missouri's got to score a touchdown here. You got to punch it in. You got to punch it in here. Make it 20-3. Right before half. A field goal does nothing. You got to throw the ball here. 13-3. Western Kentucky. This game's at half. 17-13. Western Kentucky's going to cover this spread. I think they're -6. They're going to cover. Yeah, guys, this Clemson game's a bust. It's just a complete field goal fest, unfortunately. DJ, 9 of 13 for 77 yards. They had that great opening drive, and then what happened? All right, what's happening here? They call a timeout. I need to get a TV in here is what I need to do. Troy has the ball. I need Western Kentucky to win that game by over 6. Cincinnati, 24 points in the first half. Cincinnati's a good team. Auburn was destroying LSU. Auburn +8 was such a good bet at home, guys. Such a good bet. Trust Charlotte football. Trust Charlotte football. They're going to win 42-41. They're going to win 42-41. There's really no other games going on. Maybe we've got more games here. Nebraska. Yeah, Nebraska, you can't trust them, but Indiana is so bad. All right, this game's got some scoring in it. It's good to see Brennan Armstrong finally did something. 12-3. Yeah, there was a safety in this game. UAB, yep, UAB -10. UAB -10. They're up 17-7. Look at this. This is exactly what I'm talking about with Pittsburgh. I said Pittsburgh has a horrible offense. They're overrated. It's 3-0. I said take them +24. It's a lock at this point. There's no way Florida International is going to win. There's no way they can't. They just lost 76-0. How bad is New Mexico State? Oh my God. Georgia. Oh, incomplete pass. See, I would go for this, man. No, they're not going to. These coaches, when coaches are close to a major upset, they turtle up. They're going to kick a field goal. Did you guys see Arkansas's coach today decide to, what did he do? They were down 28-14, 4th and goal from the 3, and he kicks a field goal to make a 2-score game. A 2-score game. I don't understand that. What is the purpose of that? You're at the 3-yard line. You're facing Alabama, and then Arkansas allows 3 70-yard touchdown runs in one quarter? How is that even possible? I don't know. This is just a disgusting game. I mean, I had the over 42 in it. You think it's a lock. There's no rain, and we get an absolute, just complete goose egg with Clemson and NC State. Disgusting. What a performance by Texas University. Texas is probably definitely going to be favored over Oklahoma tomorrow after that disgusting performance. 16-3 right now. We're going to see what the FPI says. Does the FPI give Georgia, or does the FPI give Missouri a fifth? Yep, there it is. Missouri has a better than 50% chance to win. I guarantee Georgia would have 2 losses. They wouldn't make the playoffs. This is exactly the prediction. This is exactly what I was talking about, guys. I said it would happen. Stetson Bennett is not winning back-to-back national championships. It's just impossible. There's just no way. If you know anything about college football, it's not going to happen. And this is epic. This is on the SEC network. So they buried this game on the frickin' SEC network. It was a 30-point spread. It opened at 28. It got bet up yesterday to 30. And Stetson Bennett is laying a complete egg right now. He's 5 of 14. If you're Missouri, you're just hoping to get to halftime. Don't get greedy. Get to halftime up 16-3. Worst case scenario, 16-6. Worst case scenario, you're up by 10 points going into half. You cannot allow a touchdown here. You cannot allow it to be a one-score game. You've dominated the game. If you allow a field goal, it's whatever. You're up 16-6. It's very important. We know Georgia's going to play better in the second half. Either way, this is huge. Everyone thinks Georgia's invincible. They lay an egg last week against Kent State. They barely win that game. And this is an absolute upset. So much so, the FPI has shifted from Georgia 95% chance at the start of the game to Missouri as the favorite. And I wonder what the actual live bet is on this game. Can we get a live line on this one? Let's see if we can find what the live bet right now on the Georgia game is. They've got UGA minus 4.5, minus 350 money line for Georgia right now. You can get, they're down by 13 points. The over-under in this Clemson NC State is 35. It's just, that makes no sense. Clemson started the game. They were driving so well. UAB's minus 17.5. That's great. The over-under on this is 52. That's what it was when I bet it. So the problem is Brennan Armstrong just sucks for Virginia. They have 7 points. I'm shocked Duke. 127 people killed in a soccer riot. What in the fuck is that? What's going on with this game? The thing is, I need a TV. So this is still in commercial, I think. There's some late stuff going on. I can talk about the earlier games as well. This game has been at 8 minutes for the last hour. Did it just not update? Maybe, I don't know. What a boring game this is. Georgia Southern is actually good. Georgia Southern's going to beat Coastal Carolina, possibly. They're going to go 4-1. They're going to be 4-1. Arkansas State. Yeah, Arkansas State is an underrated team. You got to be kidding me with Troy, man. I am so sick of Troy University. It's so annoying. It's every time I look at it, Troy is doing something. They're just an annoying team. Boy, it's so impressive what Texas is doing. They were only, 10-point favorites? 7-point favorites in this game? They were up 28-0. West Virginia crushed Virginia Tech last week. Looks like Nebraska. Mickey Joseph getting a nice win over Indiana. They were 5-point favorites. They're going to be up 21-7. That's beautiful football right there. 2nd and goal from the 1. Anthony Grant, solid running back. UAB driving. Oh, if UAB punches it in. If UAB punches it in right here, this is a lock to cover. The 10.5 is a lock. And they get the first down on a 3-yard run. McBride with a 3-yard run to the 29. Okay, this is a lock. I said it was Georgia Tech plus 24. They're up 3-0 right now in the second quarter. Pittsburgh needs to be unranked. I don't care if look at Georgia Tech's QB. He's 2 of 10 for 35 yards, and they're winning. How is that even possible? We've got Colorado and Arizona. A slugfest coming up. Trust David Shaw with Stanford. Trust David Shaw. Stanford plus 17. I like him. The USC line got bet down. That doesn't surprise me. It does not surprise. That was a high line. Can we come on, please score a touchdown. Devin Larry, you need to make a throw. It's 3rd and 9. We cannot keep doing the field goals. We cannot. Okay, Georgia has the ball, 2nd and 5. We need a touchdown, NC State, and then maybe Clemson comes back with a field goal. We'll take a 10-9 halftime game. At least that'll give us a chance at the over. We need a touchdown here, though. We need a conversion, first of all, from the 24. West Virginia scores 28-7. Yeah, that game's going to be at the half. That's a great half of football for Texas. Kind of a disappointing end. First and 10 for Georgia. You're trying to hold them to a field goal. Don't let them score a touchdown. You've worked so hard. If you're Missouri, you've worked so hard. You've worked so hard. They got another 14-yard gain. You've worked so hard. Hold them. If it's 16-16, the problem is if it's 16-10, oh, that's great. Devin Larry. Pass interference, first and goal at the 8. Punch this in, and then give Clemson a chance to drive. There's still 2 minutes, 30 seconds left. I hope they score right now. You need to give Clemson time, get as many points as possible before the half. If you're Missouri, just let Stetson Bennett fuck up. He's going to make a mistake. He's going to throw an interception. His 5 minutes of fame is over. I tweeted that out. Western Kentucky, I need Western Kentucky to score. 2nd and 3. Come on, I need Western Kentucky to score. God, Arkansas State is so good. Arkansas State is underrated. They're about to go up 31-14. They were 7-point favorites. Can we get some updates on these games? West Virginia I already said that. They scored. 3rd and 3, incomplete pass. 2nd and goal from the 2. NC State's going to go up 10-6. Boy, this is such a disappointing performance for Clemson. But I will say NC State's defense is impressive. They really are impressive. This is a huge 3rd down for Missouri. It's 3rd and 3. I'm guessing, will they try and go for it? I mean, there's 1:17 left. Incomplete pass, 4th and 3. Yeah, miss a 42-yard field goal here. I hope Georgia attempts a field goal here. I pray that they attempt a field goal. Best case scenario for Georgia right now, you make a 42-yard field goal and you go into halftime down 2 scores. That's your best. Well, no, they could try and go for it on 4th down. I don't know what they're going to do. 2nd and goal from the 2 for NC State. I really need to get a TV. I really do. This Mac, it's just, there's no way I can watch the games right now. Not in here. Western Kentucky still in commercial. Arkansas State punched it in. 4th and 3, still 2nd and 2. NC State with a touchdown. It's going to be 10-6. The over's alive. The over is alive and well. We need Clemson to score. If Clemson could... And Stetson frickin' Bennett with a rushing 1st down. There's the least shocking thing ever. God, that would have been huge. That would have been huge. Do we know how many timeouts Georgia has? You have to try and hold them. I feel like Georgia's going to come out in the second half. They're going to Stetson Bennett is 9 of 20 for 138. That would have been a huge stop, man. If you're going to upset the number 1 team, you need to get a stop right there, man. You're shell-shocking them right now. You need to go up 2 scores because Georgia's going to come out. You know they're going to score right away. All right, an incomplete pass to Brock Bowers. 2nd and 10, we'll take it. 31 seconds left only. Get a sack here. Oh, a sack would kill Georgia. A sack would kill them. Indiana, well, they're driving a little bit. 1st and 10 at the 50. Indiana is saying, you know what, we're not done. We're coming back. It's only 21-7 in the second quarter. San Jose State looks like they've got a decision to make at Wyoming's 45. It's 4th and 1. They're up 12-10 in a higher scoring matchup. UAB at Rice's 29. They called a timeout. How is it? 49 seconds left? It says there's 3:20. See, this is the problem. Oh, this game is a joke. There's 7 minutes left. It's 3-0. Pittsburgh's got to be unranked. I don't care if they win. They got to be unranked. Seriously. 3rd and 10. Another incompletion. 9 of 22 in the first half. How can you keep Georgia, even if they come back and win this game? Let's say they come back and they win. How is Georgia staying at number 1? Seriously. Like Alabama, it looks like Bryce Young is okay. Ohio State kind of went through the motions. Georgia's got to fall to number 3, folks. It's even if they come back. You're 9 of 22 in the first half. Come on. Against Missouri. Missouri is a team that's just a mess right now. This is a huge down. Just end the half strong. You know Kirby Smart. They're going to come out. They're going to score a touchdown right away in the second half. We already know that. Make sure it's 16-6. Don't allow a completion here. Western Kentucky, they've been in commercial for an hour. We need Western Kentucky to score bad. I don't know how Troy comes out and they score in the first 3 minutes. It's so disappointing. That NC State game, Okay, so Clemson has a minute 50 to do something, and you hope DJ would. Look at Devin Leary, 15 attempts, 91 yards. There's just no explosiveness. You got to be kidding me. Oh my God. I don't know. I'll have to look and see if this is a legitimate call. Defensive holding. How do you see, dude, if you're a referee, you have to understand the situation. If it's 3rd and 10 and I'm a referee, it has to be blatant. Now, maybe it was. I'm not watching. It has to be blatant. You cannot bail them out like that. That is unbelievable. 15 seconds left. They're going to throw it into the end zone. Incompletion. 2nd and 10. Stenson Bennett is 9 of 23 at this point when they update it. It's crazy. They're going to kick a field. There's not enough time left. They call a timeout. 15 seconds left. Georgia Southern up 14-7. Cincinnati playing well. Auburn's up 14-7 at the half. Charlotte is driving. I think Charlotte wins this game 42-41. I said trust Charlotte football, and they're proving it right. They're going to win this game. How about Charlotte's QB? 305 and 4 touchdowns. That's amazing. How does UTEP score 41 points? They have the worst offense in college football. That makes no sense. I know Charlotte's defense is bad. I get it. 1st and goal at the UL Monroe 35. Oh my God, the glitches. This thing is just so glitched. Indiana scores. Not surprising if you're Nebraska. They do have a bad defense. Casey Thompson having a really good game. He's 10 of 12 for 152. Hudson Card, 223 passing. Boy, you want to know someone who hasn't played well? Bijan Robinson. He's really had a disappointing year this year. 10 for 30 and a touchdown. It's just not good enough. 3 yards per carry. That is just not good enough. All right, Clemson, we need a field goal at least, and we can work with it. The over 42 is still in play. This Georgia game, it's been a timeout for an hour. Western Kentucky is driving a little bit. Okay, they're at their own 42. You need a response here. If you're going to cover the 6, you need to respond immediately. You need to go back up by 4. We need an update on this Georgia game. Do we have an update? 16-6 probably, I'd say. 2nd and 3 for Clemson. There's just not a lot of games going on right now. I'd love Brendan Armstrong to do something. That would be amazing. Oh, San Jose State is at the Wyoming 2, and now they're at the 1. UAB didn't do anything. God, it would have been nice to see UAB at least score a field goal there. Go up 20-10. Pittsburgh just completely stalled at the 33. They're going to have to go for it on 4th down. Pittsburgh's getting shut out by Georgia Tech with a new coach. It's disgraceful. All right, Clemson is starting to move the ball well. Can we get an update on this? What is it? You're calling an hour-long timeout here. There's an hour-long timeout with this Georgia game right now. It is unbelievable. Clemson moving the ball. NC State calls a timeout. That's a weird situation. I don't. Maybe the Clemson got a pass interference or something. I don't know. 2nd and 10. Oh my God, they got a personal foul. They got a personal. Oh, they're moving out of field goal range. They got a 42-yard field goal. This is what, if Georgia has a timeout left, they're going to do a dump off. They're going to get back into manageable field goal range, and then this is great for Missouri. This is perfect. You go in, and that's exactly what they did. Brock Bowers, 11-yard gain, 3 seconds left. They call a timeout, and they get a 31-yard field goal attempt. They're at the Mizzou 16. So a near chip shot field goal. But that's fine. That does nothing. You're making a 2-score game a 2-score game by going from 16-3 to 16-6. You're doing nothing. Missouri is going into the locker room up 2 scores. That's all you needed. You just could not allow them to score a touchdown there. That is it. See, this is not a good sign here with Western Kentucky. I'm just so sick of hearing about Troy. Maybe run a fake or something. You need to. Okay, that's a good punt. They got them down to you got them pinned back. They're at their own 6-yard line. Get a 3 and out. Get the ball back at midfield. Oh my God, this thing just went off. All right, this is a great drive for Clemson. Clemson can score a touchdown here. This is amazing. We thought, this game was going to be really low scoring. It was a field goal fest. Clemson at least scores a field goal, 19 total points. You get it back up a little bit. We'll see if Georgia makes this field goal before half. How about Bennett, 10 of 23, 149. I mean, he has okay yardage, but that is pretty crazy. And Georgia is certainly dropping here, and all of the metrics are going to come down. It's unbelievable. Missouri, 30-point underdogs right now, up 16-3. Do we have an update on the field goal attempt here? Can we please see an update on this? Missouri calls a tie. They're trying to ice him. They're icing him on and he makes a freaking field. That's fine. We expected that. You'll go up 16-6. You'll go up into the locker room 16-6. Let's see what Clemson does. Incomplete pass. That's all right. At least get into field goal range. DJ at least get into. There you go. Will Shipley with a run. That'll stop the clock. First down run, 11 yards to the 27. Your 42-yard field goal attempt here. You want to get into closer field goal range. Get another nice gain here. This is best case scenario for how this game started. It was a joke. It was a field goal fest. We were all in on the over. And it was like, oh, it's a lock because it was raining. And then there was no weather. The only reason the over-under was 42 was because of the rain. And there's no rain. And it still might go under. That's the problem. This game is officially at half. We will look at the stats. We're going to look at the stats right now, and then we'll come back to this Clemson game. So the overall Georgia stats, yeah, I mean, yardage is pretty similar, 194 to 182. Time of possession, Missouri slightly. Penalties, very similar. 9 first downs versus 8 first downs. So these teams are playing even football, and I'm guessing the FBI has it basically even, 50.2% chance for Georgia right now. So this is trending, and this is an upset in the making right now. With Georgia going down, I called it. I guaranteed it. I said Stetson Bennett's not winning at anything. It's ridiculous. You got to be kidding me. You got 4th and 25? You got to go for it. Get a pass interference in the end zone. Throw it to the end zone, get a pass interference if you're Charlotte. Throw it to the end zone. Do we have an update in this game? I mean, this is just not going to update. Come on. We saw this about 5 minutes ago. They already got out of their own end zone. Troy did. This is not, the thing with Troy, it doesn't make any sense with Troy. I'm done with them. I'm sick of hearing about them. Texas, we talked about. So, looks like Nebraska has the ball. They're trying to mount a little bit of a drive. Doesn't seem like much is developing. 2nd and 8 at their own 39. San Jose State up 19-10. Wyoming was playing some good football. That's surprising. Wyoming is struggling. That game's definitely going to go over. I think the over-under, UAB up by 10. I mean, we'll take that. Georgia Tech in the red zone. They're going to upset Pittsburgh as 22-point underdogs. That line opened minus 24 for Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's got to be unranked. How is Georgia Tech generating offense? Their quarterback has 2 pass completions. I got to see the stats on that game. What is going on in Pittsburgh? That's the thing with Pittsburgh and Heinz Field. It's a horrible environment. And Florida frickin' International, possibly, I don't even know who the worst team is anymore because it looked like it was for sure FIU, and now they're up on New Mexico State 21-7. They were 14-point underdogs. That's why I never bet on bad teams. Everyone was like, oh, bet on, New Mexico State to cover the 14. They're just so bad. It's just, I don't think, it's not worth it, man. It's simply not worth it. Clemson in the red zone. Where are they at? Clemson somewhere in the red zone. They won't update it. They're not. I'm going to check my phone because I'm getting pissed at this. This is just, let me see where Clemson is. My phone's been glitching all day too. Clemson is, it won't even show it. Maybe Clemson scored. I think Clemson is at the 1-yard line. Oh, they might be reviewing a touchdown. See, this is beautiful. I think Clemson's going to score a touchdown here. It's going to be 13-10. It's about to be 13-10, I think. And this is phenomenal for the over. So let's take a look at the odds quickly. Well, a lot of these odds are not going to be live. Cincinnati minus 14.5. Western Kentucky minus 1.5. They don't even have the ball. Auburn is underdogs to start the third. Georgia is minus 275 on the money line right now at half. Anyone betting that? Georgia minus 275 on the money line? I'm not betting that. Nebraska minus 450. This game, it just has first half totals and then halftime stuff. Georgia Tech is plus 200 right now to win outright. I'm guessing they're reviewing something or something like that, so we'll have to wait and see what happens there. But yeah, this Missouri game is pretty crazy. It was funny. I was trolling Georgia fans with my picks, and then I decided to say, you know what, Georgia, I'll give you credit. I have Georgia winning, and there's the rushing touchdown for DJ, and this is great to see for the over. This is just exactly what you want to see. It starts off with a field goal orgy, and now we get two major touchdowns at the end of the first half. This is why the end of the first half is so critical. It's so critical because you can get back-to-back touchdowns. And now we've got 23 total points in the first half, and the over has been resurrected. So that's great news there. This Virginia-Duke game, we're hoping the over 52 ends up hitting. It's quite honestly, I don't think it will. This is a game where I think Duke's just going to salt the game away. Virginia has a horrible offense. What we need is Virginia to come out and score two touchdowns to start the second half and make it a really competitive game. That's what I think we need there. Let's make sure this extra point is good. DJ Uiagalelei. I always mispronounce that. He's having a pretty, decent first half, I would say. Not phenomenal, but, he got the rushing touchdown. Will Shipley, 8 for 42. That's good. Did they miss the extra point or something? My God. Are we going to get an update on that? This is great news here. What happened here? We've got Western Kentucky driving in Troy's territory. They got to score a touchdown here. Let's score here. Let's make sure we don't play around with Troy. We've got to win by 7 points. Georgia Southern, Coastal Carolina tied up. Coastal Carolina trying to stay undefeated. LSU has the ball at their own 10-yard line. Charlotte University is trust in Charlotte football. I said it. It's 42-41. That's going to be the final score. Does Charlotte have any timeouts left? How does Charlotte, and it just makes no sense how Charlotte allows UTEP to score 40. I mean, UTEP is just horrible at offense. Oh, no, this is not good news for Cincinnati. Tulsa is in the red zone. Cincinnati, if they lose to Tulsa, is actually decent. They almost beat Ole Miss. This is a big 3rd and 2 right now. So Clemson ends up kicking the extra point. There's 31 seconds left. NC State is going to kneel. They're going to go to the halftime locker room. We're not going to be begging for more points here. We'll take the 13-10. There's just simply not enough time left for NC State. They get it at their own 21. I'm surprised Clemson didn't kick it out of the end zone. I don't know why you would risk a return there. This is a critical 3rd and 2. Please get this. We do not want to have a college kicker come out and try a 38-yard field goal. That's the last thing we need is a college kicker trying a 38-yard field goal in that game. LSU still with the ball. Charlotte, I don't know. The problem is I don't know if Charlotte has any timeouts or not. Western Michigan is crushing New Hampshire. Western Michigan was only minus 15 in that game versus an FCS team. Liberty up on Old Dominion. That's a very solid win for Liberty that they're going to get. I mean, they're at the 1, 4th and goal. 2nd and goal for Tulsa. We've got UL Monroe. Well, this is great this is good for Ohio State. Arkansas State winning, that's going to retroactively help Ohio State. It will. That's great. First down run. Austin Reed. Trust in Austin Reed. 1st and 10. They're in the red zone at the 18. Score a touchdown here. Score a touchdown. And that game's at half. The NC State Clemson game is at half. I do want to see the matchup. I'm guessing it's really even. It's an even matchup right now. Not really. Clemson pretty easily outgaining NC State 181-128. Time of possession, decent. Some penalties in this game. 10 penalties in the first half. That is not clean. I'm sure people are pretty pissed about that. Will Shipley looks like he's around 65 total yards of offense, doing his best Christian McCaffrey impression. And Larry, 15 pass attempts for 91 yards. That is not good efficiency there. But you're facing a good defense that's getting a lot of their guys back there. If we can go back to this, go down here. UTEP, third. Oh, this is a 3rd and 3. So if UTEP gets this game is over. I'm guessing Charlotte's been burning their timeouts. You need to stop. Charlotte, you need to stop. Please stop them. Please. I'm going to get crushed. LSU. Auburn +8 was... It's just such a great value bet at home against an LSU team. Do we really... 2nd and 14. Come on. 2nd and 14 for Western Kentucky. Loss of 4-yard run for Pondexter. Loss of 4. 20. Wow. No, you got to feel bad for Nebraska. You really got to feel bad for Nebraska. 21-21. Well, at least the over's hitting. I mean, I don't have the over, but I know people, so that's good for them. Is that Oliver Martin, the Michigan transfer? Maybe. Who knows? Western Kentucky needs the score. Charlotte needs a stop. Please, Charlotte. Third, you called your last timeout. You need to stop them. You need to stop them. 3rd and 3. Run of 6 yards. Well, that was the last play. I was going to say, so it was 2nd and 9 and they let him get 6 yards. How do you they're going to run it. They're trying to run the clock out. How on 2nd and 9? You could have it's a manageable 3rd down for UTEP here. This is a manageable 3rd down for UTEP. 3rd and 3, they're going to run it. Oh my God. 4th and 2, they're punting. Time to punt. Do they have a timeout left? Does Charlotte call a timeout here? I don't think they do. I'm guessing Charlotte's going to be getting the ball back with like a minute 20 left. Best case scenario, if UTEP is punting from their 21, you want to be getting it back at around your own 45. I'd say that's probably best case scenario for Charlotte here. I don't think they have a timeout left. If they do, I mean, that'd be great. No, they don't. There's 1:31. They drained the clock. There's 1:31. And then they call the timeout with 1 second left. That's what they do. And then, so they'll punt and Charlotte will get the ball back. Best case scenario, your own 45-yard line with like a minute 20 left at your own 45. You need a pass interference. You need a pass interference downfield. That's what you need if you're Charlotte to win this game 42-41. And Tulsa is coming back now. So this is a story right here with Tulsa scoring, and it's going to be 24-21 there. We've got Georgia Southern going up 17-14, and we've got he made a 47-yarder. Oh, I mean, listen, that's a good kick, but that's disappointing. I was hoping for a touchdown. It's 20-20 in that game. If Western Kentucky is able to score a touchdown and win by 7, that'll be fine, but it's getting to that part where it's like if Western Kentucky wins by a field goal, that sucks, but it is what it is. Looks like Duke is... oh my God, dude. Virginia is so bad. So Virginia got the ball. They went 3 and out. We're shocked. We are shocked by that result. Georgia Tech had a field. This game is just horrible. How many people are at this game? Do we even know if this game exists? I have not seen one play from this game. I don't even think it exists. It's on the ACC network. I mean, he's 2 of 10 for 35 yards and they're winning. It just doesn't add up to me. But yeah, Georgia Tech plus 24. My God, what a lock that was. Let's see what's going on. So UTEP is still in timeout. They need to punt. Bet you get it back at midfield. Could you get it back at... they got it back at their own... That's a good punt. They called a fair catch at their own 36. Yeah, so that's normally what would happen. And now you need a pass interference. Reynolds, 21 of 36, 321, 4 touchdowns. If you're Charlotte, you got to get something here. You got to generate a big play. It can be done. A minute 26 is a lot. No sacks. That's all. No sacks and no interceptions, especially early. You don't want to throw the game away. Just no sacks. You cannot take negative plays if you're Charlotte. Preferably, you get first downs. LSU punts back to Auburn. So Auburn, I think the LSU is going to win that game, but they're not going to cover the 8-point spread. Auburn's been ahead. They were up 17-0. with their new quarterback. How about their quarterback? 13 of 22, 254. That's, if you're an Auburn fan, you got to be happy about that. That's, oh my God. Intercepted. See, that's the one thing you can't do. The game was still the game was still there. What, you throwing a Hail Mary deep? It gets intercepted at the 22-yard line, man. I just don't understand that. It's 1st and 10. You just throw the ball away. Just throw the ball away, son. It's not desperation time yet. You can throw the ball away. It'll be 2nd and 10. It's not a big deal. I don't know if it was a deep pass or if it was just a bad throw, but that is unfortunate. But that was, Charlotte, honestly, if you give up 41 points to UTEP, you don't deserve to win. You're not going to win many games giving up 41 points to UTEP, unfortunately. That was a dream and a half. Can we get the second half going in this Georgia game? We need the second half to start in this. But I think they're gonna milk it on the SEC network. Guys, how great are the ratings going to be for the SEC network right about now? Everyone has got to be changing to the SEC network at this point, and they're going to milk the ratings. But yeah, this NC State Clemson game should be good as well. Texas has the ball to start the second half. Hudson Card, he hears that Quinn Ewers wants to come back. He's like, listen, you're not taking my starting job. I'm the starting quarterback, but I do think Quinn Ewers will be back next week for the Oklahoma game, the rivalry game, the noon start time. Oh, this is phenomenal. Duke just scored. That is exactly what you want. You want an early score in the third quarter of that game. Help the over. Help it. Help. We need Virginia to do something. For Virginia scores, I think the over's a lock. If we get a 28-14 game mid-third quarter, 42 total points mid-third quarter, what is it, over 52? Yeah, we should be looking good there. Pittsburgh scores. I mean, man, Slovis is 6 of 16, 61 yards and a touchdown. I think Georgia Tech can win this game. I understand Pittsburgh just scored and they're winning, but, I mean, we'll see. I don't even think they're updating stats. You know, where's the stuff on this game? They're not even treating this game like an FBS game. It's sad. It is sad. I guess that's what happens. Wyoming and San Jose State starting the third quarter. Nebraska, Indiana. I mean, I would look at that box score, but I don't know. Most of these games are at half. Troy. See, it's just, why can Western Kentucky not stop Troy at all? There's just no ability to stop Troy right now. This is becoming a big issue. It's a problem. There's 3 minutes left in the third quarter. It's 20-20. They're 49 yards out. 1st and 10. You need a turnover. Get a turnover. That's the best we can hope for. Arkansas State is putting it on UL Monroe. 38 points. James Blackman, 20 of 26, 201. You love to see James Blackman playing well. You really do. Auburn I think, boy, they're really milking this Auburn game. They've been in commercial for like 5 minutes. They're milking. That's on ESPN. That doesn't surprise me. And that's a big play. The quarterback, Ashford, a run of 24 yards. Auburn right now, possibly going to be beating LSU. That's a major bad loss for LSU if they lose this game. You go to 3-2. How is Auburn 3-1? Jesus, man. I have no clue. 2nd and 10. We really do not want to see Troy score at all there, because if they score a field goal, it's bad news. If they score anything, Texas just scored. Hudson Card, 3 passing touchdowns. And Texas is just looking phenomenal at home. Could Texas potentially be ranked at 3-2? They lost to Texas Tech last week. But the thing that people have to understand about that loss to Texas Tech, let's be honest, it was an aberration. I mean, if you look at that game, Texas Tech was like 6 of 8 on 4th down. You know how pissed I would be if my team lost because the other team went 6 of 8 on 4th down? That's just fluky, man. That's fluky. Duke has the ball again? No, that's a glitch. Virginia should have the ball. Georgia Tech. Wow, Pittsburgh is going to get the ball back again. I'm so sick of Pittsburgh. What a Ponzi scheme offense that is. Just enough with. Can we just unrank Pittsburgh, please? How many games does Pittsburgh have to underperform in before we unrank them? They nearly lose to an FCS team last week. They allowed 24 points to Rhode Island or whatever it was. Just unrank them. Delist them. 20-20, 2nd and 10 still. There's still no update on that. Cincinnati looks like they're going in for a score, so they're going to be up 31. That's going to be a high-scoring game. Early third quarter, 31-21. My goodness. 3rd and goal at the 2. I'm guessing they need to score a touchdown. You're not going to win a game kicking a field goal there, going up 6 points. We're still waiting on an update on this game. Jesus, man. I really would like Western Kentucky to turn the ball over. Can we get a turn? 3rd and 9. Force them into a long field goal attempt, and they'll miss. That's what I would say. That's your best case scenario. I'm guessing the Missouri game should be starting very soon. They're milking the halftime with that. They're trying to get see, they know everyone is switching channels to this game, and they're going to milk it. They're going to get all the ads, and I wonder what the ratings on this second half will be. I mean, because this is interesting because it's 16-6 right now. Everyone knows at this point, even if Georgia comes back, you have to wonder. They're definitely going to drop below Alabama. Also, with Georgia, they're just so tied to Oregon. And, the massive collusion case that went on between Georgia and Oregon and stuff like that. And that's why I think Oregon's going to lose tonight to Stanford. Number 1, I trust David Shaw. Number 2, Oregon's really not that good. And Georgia's been getting propped up this whole time. And what is this now? They've got the ball at their own 4-yard line? On a kick. No, that's a glitch. On a kickoff to start the second half. See, the ESPN app has been glitching a lot, guys. That's not... So Missouri gets the ball. I was wondering who got the ball to start the second half. So I think it might be a glitch. Yeah, you're not going to fair catch the ball at your own 4. Yeah, so it was a complete glitch. That was a... And Missouri has the ball here, and it's 2nd and 5. So we are into the third quarter. And Missouri right now, they've got the ball. They're driving. This is great. I said that Georgia would not make the playoffs. It's finally happening. It's about time. It was just a matter of time for it to happen, and it's finally happening. And Georgia fans are like, oh, Stenson Bennett, you're delusional. Stenson Bennett, he somehow wins a national championship, and they think he's going to win another one. It is unbelievable. But you would think Georgia's defense would stop him here. If you're Missouri, the last thing you need is a turnover. No short fields for Georgia. They have to score 2 times to tie the game. They have to score twice. No short fields. 3rd and 3. This is a big 3rd down here. I would do a quick throw. Do a quick throw. Do not try and run against this Georgia defense. It's 3rd and 3. West Virginia. JT Daniels with a big play. JT Daniels says, you know what? I want to come back, and I'm going to make a game of this. We're down 35-7. Hope maybe JT Daniels will get a bunch of stats now. My God, Virginia. Did they just go 3 and out? 4th and 10 from their 25? This is just disgusting football with Virginia. I just can't do it with them anymore. 4th and 9, beautiful. Beautiful, 4th and 9. See, that's not good. That is not a good start. You go 3 and out to start the second half. I like that they're throwing the ball, and they punt to the 23. All right, we'll take that. What is this? What happened here? They went for it on 4th and 9 and oh, come on, man. Dude, I'm done with Troy football. I cannot handle Troy football anymore, guys. It's 4th and 9. If that thing was right, it was 4th and 9 and they freaking went for it from the 42? Oh, come on. You got to do a better job of updating or something. I don't know what that is. Georgia starts, at their own 23. If you're Missouri, it's not great. That's literally worst case scenario. 3 and out to start. I'm sure Georgia's fired up right now. They're like, oh, we're going to come back, whatever. Guys, the damage has already been done to Georgia football. They are dropping below Ohio State. They're dropping below Alabama. 3rd and 8 from the 13. Yeah, it might be better for Troy just to score a touchdown here. 2nd and 1 for Georgia. That's not a good sign if they're running well early. Georgia with a first down. So 2 plays, 10 yards for Georgia, 2 rushes, a first down. 3rd and 8. Yeah, I'd say try and force a field goal. This game is really slowed down. There's still a minute left in the third. The thing with, I need Western Kentucky to win by a touchdown, or by a touchdown. If it's 6, I push. So they got to win by a touchdown. I would probably say, yeah, we can let them kick a field goal. Troy, ideally, it doesn't really matter, because the problem is if Troy kicks a field goal, Western Kentucky scores a touchdown, it doesn't help me, because Western Kentucky would only be up by 4. Let's see what's going on with the Georgia game. Do we have an update? We've got a 2nd and 7. Okay, that's nice. You have to force Bennett to throw the ball. 2nd and 7. Kenny McIntosh is a high-ranked recruit, really good player. Crowd the line of scrimmage, make Georgia throw the football. That's what I'm doing if I'm Missouri. You've got him at second. You want him at 2nd and long. That's what you want. Any college team wants that. 2nd and 7, force a passing down. Pass incomplete, penalty on roughing the passer, but it was also intentional grounding. How many times has that happened? So there was roughing the passer, but it was intentional grounding, so the penalty's offset, and it's still 2nd and 8. So that's disappointing. The roughing the passer, it looked like there was going to be intentional grounding on Troy, but that got nullified. This is a huge 3rd down, incomplete pass for Stetson Bennett, 3rd and 8. 3rd and 7 from their 36. Major stop right now. Early 3rd quarter. This has the makings of an upset. That's a loss of 3 yards for Troy. So please just hold them to a field goal. I mean, how long does that drive go on for? We've been sitting on that drive for 15 minutes now. 3rd and 7. You got to stop him here. This is a perfect, I would blitz him. Blitz him. 3rd and 7. Huge stop. You don't want Georgia getting momentum out of the locker room. They just had a 3 and out. Force a turnover. Do something. Man, if you could get a touchdown, if you could get a turnover, imagine Missouri goes up 23-6. 20. And see, that's what you can't have. You can't have that. It's just first down at midfield for Georgia. Exactly. See, those are the plays you'll look back on. And it's like, if you stop them there, you pull off the upset. You beat the number 1 team. 3rd and 7, 14-yard gain. I saw the pregame where Missouri was they were going crazy on the sidelines. They were people were making fun of them. They were like, oh man, take Georgia, whatever. But obviously Georgia's not covering. It comes down to, are they even going to win? That is an 8-yard pass. I like what Georgia's doing. I would throw the football if I was Georgia. Don't turtle up just because you're losing. Don't get predictable. You can still throw the ball. If you're Georgia, you have to understand you still have superior athletes. And if I was Georgia, I would be hell-bent on scoring a touchdown. I don't want a field goal. I don't want to make it 13-9. Or, 16-9. But I guess, it makes it a 1-score game. 11-yard run. You've got to hold them here if you're Missouri. You'd love a field goal. You would love a field goal if you're Missouri. This is worst-case scenario. 3 and out. You allow a 3rd and 7. And now they're at the 31. And this drive will just not end. This has been a 10-minute drive for Troy. And now we have to wait longer because it's the end of the 3rd quarter. Can you just force a field goal? It's at this point the damage is done. The time is, it's just it's not a good, that's not a good situation. I'm guessing the Clemson game probably still has time left. What happened to West Virginia? Oh my God. West Virginia was in the red zone. They didn't even score. This game has been on 4th and 10 for the last hour. They don't even update this. San Jose State is making a statement right now. See, this is not good. How is Rice driving on UAB, man? It doesn't add up. Rice is horrible. UAB is underrated. This game is at half 7-6. UAB, force a field goal. It's fine. If you force a field goal, it's fine. 17-10, you can go up 24-10. 2nd and 8 from the 29. Bowers with a 2-yard pass completion. So they're doing a good job containing Bowers right now. That's really the one guy you're going to have to contain if you're Missouri and, you're going to pull off an upset like this. Kenny McIntosh, probably a dump off. Yeah, that's a good play. Utilize Kenny McIntosh's, pass catching ability and they're in the red zone. It gets harder to score when you're in the red zone. If you're Missouri, you have chances here. There's 9 minutes left in the third quarter. You need a field goal. You need to hold them to a field goal. This game is just I don't even know. Georgia Southern is a good team. They really are. Georgia Southern's going to win this game. Cincinnati is up by 10. And this game's going to be a shootout. LSU has the ball. LSU is probably going to win. Yeah. You got to feel bad for Auburn. You really do. 2nd and 11. So that's a huge play for Missouri. That's a huge play. 2nd and 11 from the 20. This is a perfect. What is this? Oh my God. Devin Leary gets sacked to start the second half. It's 2nd and 19. Just punt. Just punt. We want as many points as possible. I'd say just, lose more yardage and then hopefully Clemson can get it at the 50 and they can score right away. Yeah, sacks will just destroy your drive. Just annihilate your drive. 2nd and 19, good luck. 3rd and 18. Oh, incomplete pass. Good Lord. And see, that's not good. Yeah. 1st and goal. 1st and goal for Georgia. Guys, I hope people understand this is not one of those things where Georgia comes back to win and then everyone's like, oh, Georgia's still number one. But that's what people are going to say. They're not number one. They're not even close. I would say Alabama, Ohio State, Georgia. That's if Georgia wins. That's best case scenario for Georgia. This is Georgia's best case scenario. They come back and they win, and they're ranked number 3rd. And they're ranked number 3 in the AP poll. That's according to analytics, okay? That would be according to analytics. And, dude, what is going... it's this team, this Troy team. They are a demon spawn. I swear to God. How are you converting a 4th and 9, a 3rd and 11? And the drive lasts over an hour. Oh, my God, a loss of 5. Oh, that's a horrible play for Georgia. They must have ran a reverse or something. A loss of 5 yards. It's 2nd and goal from the 13. You've got to hold them here. It's so hard. They're going to try and throw it in the end zone. They're going to try and get a flag. That's the only way you score on stuff like this. It's so hard to score on a 2nd and goal from the 13. Everything is so condensed. The only way you get out of a situation like this is with a flag in the end zone. Don't hold them. Don't bail them out. 2nd and goal, force them into a field goal. That's perfect. You'll take a situation where you're up by 7 points. You just don't want a touchdown here. This is a great spot for Missouri to be in. 2nd and goal from the 13. 4th and 21 that's fine. Just let NC State punt that ball and hopefully Clemson will get it at midfield. Clemson gets that. Man, Larry got sacked again. Larry is getting crushed back there. The West, I just can't do it with Troy. Troy is just, they can't be defeated. It's unbelievable. It is unbelievable. And there it is right there. There it is. Did I not call it the pass interference? It's the one thing, and it's again with the referees. You have to know the situation. I'm not watching the game, but it's a thing where it must be complete and obvious pass interference if you're going to call a flag and bail out Georgia on a 2nd and goal from the 13. It needs to be obvious pass interference. There needs to be some level of nuance and understanding from the referee to know, okay, let's not bail them out because they're just flailing the ball to the end zone or whatever. And now they lose 1 yard. Okay, you're still in a good spot. That must have been a weird pass interference and an incomplete pass. So this is a beautiful spot here. 3rd and goal from the 8. You're still good. Just no no penalties. No penalties, cover Brock Bowers. No penalties, cover Brock Bowers. If you're Missouri, you'll listen, there's only 6 minutes left. This game is flying by. It might just be because I'm not watching it, but there's only 6 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. You're in a great spot here. If you are Missouri, you're in a great spot. We need Western Kentucky to score and score fast. They need to score a touchdown right now. Western Kentucky. 3rd and goal. This is huge. They're going to, if they don't get this, they're going to kick a field goal. Make them kick the field goal. They're going to kick a chip shot. Bennett is 5 of 15, and he said, this is amazing. This is huge. This is how you upset teams. The number 1 team in the nation. The death of Georgia football. That's fine. You can kick a chip shot field goal. Go ahead. Go ahead and make a chip shot field goal. It is a one-score game, but the best Georgia can do if they get the ball again is tie the game. That's all they can do now if they get the ball again. If you're Missouri, it's going to be tough for Missouri. Missouri is going to need some sort of break. They're going to need some turnover. They're going to need some long run that gets busted. They're going to need some, Georgia to lose somebody and they get a big play. You're not driving. If you're Missouri, you have to understand, you're not going to drive the ball against Georgia in 10 plays. Look at this, 1st and goal. Oh, this is great. DJ with a run of 39 yards. And Clemson's looking good to cover the 7, too. Clemson's looking good. You got to score a touchdown. If you're a Clemson fan right now, you're like, you have to score a touchdown. It's going up 20-10 versus 16-10 is so much different. You have to score a touchdown. I do not like running the ball on 1st and goal from the 9. I don't like that play call. I think I would just throw immediately on. If you're 1st and goal from the 9, you know how hard that is to run in? Now you're in a tough spot. It's 2nd and goal from the 7. We're going to look at the actual update on this and see what the actual odds are, or what it says. So it's got Missouri 57% chance. This is the highest they've ever been. Mizzou 57 right now. They are 2-2 on the year. Let's take a look at Missouri. So they beat Louisiana Tech. They lost to Kansas State by 38 or 28 points. Excuse me. They beat Abilene Christian. They lost to Auburn in that heartbreaking game last week. So that's Mizzou's resume. So this is not a team that's very good. Even if they beat Georgia, I mean, where are they getting put? 25th maybe? It reminds me of when Purdue crushed Ohio State. Purdue was only like 4-3 on the year, but they moved them to like 24 because they crushed Ohio State, which was the number 2 team. LSU was up on Auburn. Auburn is driving midfield, 1st and 10 for Auburn. I would like to see Auburn win that game. I think it'd be good for college football. 2nd and 10 for Western Kentucky at their own 42. Okay, there's the touchdown for Clemson. So we're looking extremely well on the over 42. Even if you took the over 45, which is what the line was today, I would say you're probably looking good. You do need NC State to start blocking. Devin Leary is getting crushed. The NC State's going to have to start scoring a little bit. Virginia, you've got to do something. Virginia. I mean, Brendan Armstrong. It's so bad with Brendan Armstrong. It gets worse every week. Who's the bigger fraud, Brendan Armstrong or Tyler Van Dyke? And frickin' Rice scored a touchdown. We could see that's all right. That's worst case scenario. Literally worst case scenario. FIU is up by 14. So Colorado, Arizona actually kicked off. And Arizona already scored a touchdown. They haven't updated it, but it says Arizona kicked an extra point, so they're up 7-0. Yeah, Colorado is the worst team in Power 5, and they're 17-point underdogs. They're 0-4. They may go winless, Colorado. I don't know if they have any more non-conference games. Maybe they do. Nebraska. Boy, Nebraska needs a win. They need a win so badly at home against Indiana. Missouri starting at their own 24. You need a big play. The thing is, Missouri needs a big play. The craziest thing with Missouri right now, if you told me Missouri ends this possession kicking a field goal, I would take it 1,000%. A field goal would be so important. It would push it back to a 2-score game. You're sitting with 5 minutes left, and there it is right there. And there it is. There's a 46-yard pass. Okay, you need a touchdown here. This is huge. This is exact. There it is right there. The big play by Brady Cook. The 46. Mookie Cooper, the former Buckeye, the former Ohio State Buckeye, transfer portal, and he's saving Ohio State, and you get an incomplete. Okay, 2nd and 10. You're at 2nd and 10 from the 30. 2nd and 10 from the 30. You're at the Troy 47. We need Western Kentucky to score real soon. They got to do something. And it looks like they are doing something, but this game the time is not updated. There's probably like 10 minutes left in that game. 2nd and 10, you don't want a 45-yard field goal. That's what you don't want. Because college kickers, they miss it all the time. You got to get at least a chip shot. Just every yard is important. Every yard is crucial. Every yard is vital here. 3rd and 3 for Western Kentucky. And see, that's what you can't have. You can't have Nathaniel Pete take a loss of 3 yards on a run. You can't have that. It's, okay, now if I am Missouri, I'm running a play. I'll be honest with you, I'm trying to get 8 yards. I need to make this field goal. I need to make this a 2-score game. Get 8 yards, get to the 25. That would give your field goal kicker a 40-yard attempt if you get to the 25. Just get to the 25. Get 8 yards. I think Georgia's going to play up. If I was Georgia, I'd play up. I would not want to allow this field goal. And it's so now what do you do? So how do they lose a yard on an incomplete pass? It was 3rd and 13. Now it's 4th and 14. Luther Burden, the former number 1 overall receiver in the country. And there was talk of him transferring, but he said he's staying now. A 51-yard attempt, I don't have a ton of faith, but if I am Missouri, you have to attempt it. You have to attempt a 51-yarder here. I don't know how good their kicker is. Most of the college kickers do have the leg. Oh no, 4th and 2 from the 39. You got to go for this. Oh my God, dude, I'm so sick of Troy. So Troy can convert. Oh, he made the field goal. He made a 52-yarder. Harrison Melvis. Amazing name and an amazing kick. And wow, let's get an update on this. That's got to hurt for... Oh, God, that's a killer for Georgia. That's a killer. Update. You need to update it. It hasn't updated yet. It's at 66% chance for Missouri right now to win this game. 66% chance. 4 minutes left. 3-3 in the 3rd quarter. Please stop auto-playing. I'm not clicking on anything. I don't want you to play a video. If I want to play a video, I will click on the video. I do not want you to play a video. Look at the yardage. Oh my God. Georgia is going to get crushed in terms of the analytics and all the ratings. It's even if they win this game, they're going to get crushed. They are leading the time of possession. The penalties are basically even in terms of yardage, but yeah, they're playing Missouri even right now. And on the scoreboard, that's, obviously the most important thing. They are losing. We've got NC State with the ball. We've got Auburn stalling, which is disappointing for them. They have a 4th and 11. That is miserable. What do you do on a 4th and 11 from the 38? You're down by 4. What do you do? I would just throw it to the end zone and hope for a pass interference. And they get a defensive holding. Oh, my goodness. Oh, if I'm an LSU fan, I'm pissed. That's a bailout. Unless it was blatant. Maybe it was. NC State is driving. Oh, my God. This game is going. So NC State right now, they're 42 yards out. Incomplete pass. That's all right. You would love to see NC State score a touchdown here. But, yeah, there's 9 minutes left in the 3rd. That game is going to be a high-scoring one. You've got Virginia kicking a field goal that gets to the total to 38. I'm so sick of it with them. Oh my God. I mean, how does this happen? It's just, I take UAB thinking it's good value. Everyone's down on UAB. What just happened, folks? They were up by 7 at halftime. How do you allow? I think they were up by 10 at halftime. No way. Oh my goodness. They allow 14 points here. Rice's quarterback. No, this is not happening. Okay, so folks, Rice has 21 points with 125 yards of total offense. That makes a lot of sense. You have 125 yards of offense, you have 8 first downs, but you have 21 points. Yeah, we can't do it with college anymore. Their running back has 11 carries for 22 yards and 2 touchdowns. Is that Trey Palmer? Oh, I was going to say. No, I don't think that. But we're just going to go back to see how this NC State drive is going. Well, what is that? go back into this. This is just going so quickly. End of the third quarter. Yeah, Virginia football. I'm done with Virginia. I'm just sick of hearing about Virginia. It's just, all right, they're 32 yards out. They got a nice completion to Devin Carter for 10 yards. NC State looking like they're going to score. We've got Georgia getting the ball back. This is a very important drive for Georgia. Georgia needs to score a touchdown here. I feel like they've got to. They've got to put their foot down right now. If you're Missouri, you have to think there might be a little bit of worry going on with the Georgia football program right now. Try and hunt a turnover. Maybe Bennett forces it. Maybe, you get a fumble. I would try and get a turnover if I'm Missouri. You play to kill them. You go for the kill here. Imagine Missouri scores a touchdown somehow on a scoop and score or something, and they go up 26-9. That would end the game. You go up 26-9, the game's over. The game is over. And people were making fun of me. They said, oh, Georgia's so good. Guys, this is what I'm talking about with Stetson Bennett. It's just not, it's not ideal for your quarterback to be Stetson Bennett. I'm sorry. This is shocking by Georgia, but their receivers are nothing special. They do have a superstar tight end. I'm not denying that. Can we get an update on any of these games, or are we just going to lag out? I think it's lagged out completely here. Troy it's just Troy football, man. I can't do it with them. Arkansas State is only up by 10. Wow. So that game's over. There's 6 minutes left. We're waiting for updates on either of these games here. And then we've got this West Virginia game. This game is over. Indiana has the ball against Nebraska. Maybe Duke can score. Duke is really our only hope to score in that game. It is sad. Did an asteroid hit one of these fields or something? I mean, what is going on? We need an update here on any of these games, please. I don't know. I don't know what happened. We might have to. It might have lagged out or something. We might have to go to the box score or Gamecast, whatever this is. So it still has it first and 10. There's probably there's an injury. I'm guessing there's an injury in this. That's probably what it is. So look at Clemson. So yeah, Clemson kind of controlling this game. They were, NC State made a little run, but they've kind of crept back now. And we'll see if NC State can score here. This would be a big touchdown for NC State. They need a response. They do need a response. Tulsa needs a touchdown badly. Tulsa is at their own 24. They're not in a good spot. Western Kentucky is not in a good spot. We're still waiting. So this game went to commercial, and they're milking it with this. 100% they're milking it. Everyone's got to be tuned into this game. Everybody but me. Actually, it might be on my TV. I might have left it on. I don't know. No, I barely watch I barely go to the SEC Network game. It is crazy. I'm sure their ESPN people are probably pretty pissed that this game was not on at like ESPN, but they put the LSU Auburn game on ESPN. Obviously, if there's a major upset like this, I think, what are they bringing out, a stretcher here? They got to be doing something. They're amputating somebody's leg or something. I don't know. In some of these, this is the middle of a drive here. It's the middle of a drive. Let me update this, refresh it. I seriously think there was an injury or something, but because all these other, Duke with a 1st and 10. Yeah, Duke is really the only hope. Wyoming. I'm surprised Wyoming's offense is that bad. UAB needs to score and score right now, seriously. So this game started the third quarter. Pittsburgh's already at the 40. That's not a great sign there. Arizona, this game isn't updating either. Let me check my phone on this. This is just... I don't know if their network might be down right now. I don't know what is going on with their thing, but I think I'm going to go and watch the end of this game, and then I will do my instant reaction. So let's hope that Georgia ends up losing. I mean, because I'm getting the same thing on my phone right now. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if this game's been at, I don't know if they've been in commercial for an hour or what, but let's go ahead and hope. I don't know if I'm gonna react to any games because there's a lot of games that finished, obviously, but I don't know, man. I've got the instant reaction and stuff, so I'm not. It's gonna be a lot of crap to talk about. I seriously don't think this is even updating. We might have to go to maybe another. They just kicked it for a touchback. Yeah, I'm just gonna go and I think I'm gonna watch the end of this game, and we'll see if Georgia. Guys, the bottom line is Georgia has to move down. I mean, you can't be down by 10 points. This was the problem with Arkansas. I mean, Arkansas was down by 10 points to an FCS team in the fourth quarter, and they stayed as a top 10 team. I don't understand that. And then we see what happens to Arkansas. They lose to A&M. They lose to Alabama after Bryce Young gets injured. I don't understand it. And this thing is crap. No, it's the server. It's not updating. It's the same thing on my phone. And I don't have a TV in here right now, so I really can't know exactly. Ooh. Boy, that FIU game is not getting updated either. Georgia. Oh, here we go. We've got... No, I don't think that... 3:15 left in the third quarter. Did something happen here? I mean, listen, I'm just going to have to go watch this game, I think. I'm going to have to go watch this game.